Welcome to the Nightly Nexus. I hope you're having a good day or a good night, or for us, I guess it's almost sunset. But either way, we're just
Not in the
here
real
hanging
world.
out, chilling. Well, not in the real world. In the real world, it's the Nightly Nexus time.
I need to kill this fucking pig.
I'm going straight to these trees.
Alright, you do that. I'm gonna get some food because you've hit me 20 billion times.
Yes, sir. You
My
know
hunger
it.
went down.
I'm abusive. So normally, even though this is technically the first test up, like the first one with just me and you in Minecraft and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Technically we usually start this off with me just kind of spewing out nonsense and just chilling, but this time you got the topic, so
Oh,
what's
I
going
do?
on? You were supposed to.
I thought you said that you were gonna have one, but it's fine.
No,
Don't
no,
worry.
no.
Don't worry. Got it all
Oh,
in
don't
control.
worry. Going straight to ChatGPT.
No.
Oh,
No.
no, said the guy in college.
Hey man, ChatGPT. It's
You
pretty
pay for
powerful.
ChatGPT.
I
You pay
do,
for
yes.
it. You pay for it.
Yes. It's very helpful. Okay?
I use it for free.
Yeah, but I get unlimited uses. I can do whatever I want with it. I can send it my homework and it can solve it for me. So because I have
Yeah,
ChatGPT,
I mean, that
that
is
means
fair.
I don't have to go to class in physics. So physics 2.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. It's literally just one of the most powerful tools we have nowadays.
So I got quite a lot of food, and we split up.
Yeah, we did.
Where are
I told
you
you I
at?
was going to the trees. To the trees.
Okay, I'm breaking this one tree, and then I'll make my way to you. But I
Okay.
guess a topic we can talk about. It's a very interesting topic that I actually wanted to get your opinion on, since I know you're an artist. You like drawing and stuff. So it's a controversy I've been seeing a lot. It's with this new ChatGPT update. I had no idea that ChatGPT could do this until a friend of mine came up to me and told me this while I was in lab.
Right.
So ChatGPT came out with this new update with like its image generation, and it can now make images in the style of Ghibli. And
Yeah.
I didn't know what that was at first until my friend told me about it. And it's some animation company with like a very unique style. They made the movies like Spirit Away and stuff like that. I've never seen these movies, but
So same here. I haven't seen them. I'm a big anime guy. Haven't seen Spirited Away and stuff. Some
yeah,
people would kill me because of that.
I haven't seen a single Ghibli movie.
Yeah, but they're essentially anime Disney, right?
I guess you could say that.
That's just what they are. That's just how it is.
Okay.
Yeah, they're the big guys over there,
Mm-hmm.
and because of that, they're.
Oh, I thought you. Okay, I don't want to cut you off.
No, you're good. I thought you were gonna continue. But anyways, they're the big dogs over there. They are the anime Disney kind of whatever, right? And they even have big like English voice actors, from what I know. Whenever they do like English voice actors, but basically from what I know, they have one guy who does basically most of their art and
Yeah.
everything else.
And it's like it's a really expensive artwork, and it's like super hard to replicate. Well, with this new ChatGPT update that came out, it can mimic it pretty well. Like usually when like you have AI generate images, it usually just looks like dog shit, right? It just looks pretty bad.
Well, Ghibli has actually been kind of an exception to that. It's been here since almost the beginning of like the AI generation, Like there's a meme that's been around for a while, and it's just the what is it? The hold on. Where how did you lose me?
I went to go get food and I turned to the trees and I'm in the
how do you
forest.
how do you get your chords again?
F3.
F3. Okay. My chords are. We can just cut all this out.
No, it's
I mean, it's the test app, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Dang, where the heck are my chords?
I know. It's so hard to find it.
Yeah, there it is. There it is. I feel like I always look exactly where it's supposed to be too, and I'm like, I don't see it. Negative 13, 74, 82.
Negative 13?
Yeah,
Holy
negative 13.
shit. Okay, I'm at negative 100.
God, you went far.
Negative 13. Okay.
I told you I went to the trees.
So did I.
Okay. Anyways, just gonna kind of reset my sentence. Studio Ghibli and that whole art style has been part of the like AI generation from the beginning, as far as I know, which really sucks because the main artist and the main dude who does everything, he's been like against it from the beginning, right? Like he just does not like AI generation. And I think personally that because he's against it, you shouldn't be able to use his art. It should be purely like it should be up to the artist whether an AI can learn from them or not, right? So that's where I draw the line. Like if he said, "Oh, I'm all for it. I would love it if AI could, replace my job," then sure, whatever. He can have that happen. But if I didn't want it, then no, I don't want ChatGPT learning from my art,
Yeah, pretty much stealing and taking your art.
Exactly. So that's how I feel about it.
I guess what I wanted to ask you, just what is your opinion on like ChatGPT being able to recreate his art pretty well?
Yeah,
And
I mean it.
I was genuinely like amazed when my friend came and told me, and he showed me it, and I saw it for the first time. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
like,
it's getting crazy. It really is. And I think it genuinely just comes from a point of responsibility. It really does. Like if you use it as a tool, go for it. If you're using it as like a way to help you write or anything, literally anything, even just making an art piece, I'm like, go for it. It is a tool to use, but it is only a tool. It is not the artist. It is not the writer. It should be a tool and should be used responsibly. So, like, via the art, while we've already crossed that threshold, if he doesn't want the AI to draw with his art style, it shouldn't be allowed. So, in my opinion, I think, like, we've already crossed that threshold, but for him specifically, it's like, oh, okay, so all AI now have to refuse to make that, in my opinion. Like, that should be within the code. No like, Studio Ghibli.
Yeah, like someone tries to get ChatGPT, like that's the prompt, and they try to get it to draw, it just refuses.
Yeah.
Kind of like when you ask DeepSeek about like what happened at Tiananmen Square.
Right. Yeah. Kind of things like that. Of course, not to that extent. Like I think like being like, oh, can you show me like I don't know, like if Studio Ghibli made this or something, right?
Yeah, any loopholes like, to go around it.
Yeah, but the thing is, those loopholes are interesting because like for example, like if Studio Ghibli made Pokemon, right? I know that's a pretty popular one.
Yeah.
And it's like no one's gonna make a Pokemon show or make any money off of it, right? So it's like, is that okay?
So my opinion went on about like the whole people being very upset that this guy, you can make the Ghibli art in ChatGPT, is that like I personally don't see a huge issue with it. However, like it just all depends on how you're using it. Like if you just tell it, hey, can you like generate a Ghibli photo of my cat? Because I want to see what my cat looks like in this Ghibli photo, and it does it, and cool, awesome. I don't have an issue with that. But if like, I don't know, if you're trying to like pass it off as your own and say like, oh yeah, I drew this. This is my original creation. Then yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Yeah,
but then
exactly.
People are saying that like, oh, if you want, this image drawn in the Ghibli, whatever it's called, why don't you pay an artist? Pay an artist to do that. Well, if I want like, a picture of my cat, I'm not gonna pay $40 or however many dollars just to get an image drawn. Like, why do that when I can just go to ChatGPT, tell it to do it for me, and it does it in a couple seconds.
Exactly.
And it's free.
So you, let's say you own Studio Ghibli.
Mm-hmm.
Why keep hiring Mr. Animator Man?
Well, I mean, he's the one that made it, right?
Right.
AI is not perfect. Obviously, if you still, like, I try to get it to generate some images and they still don't come out looking the best. So AI, like, when it comes to art, I don't think it ever will replace a human. But
okay, I can get that. I just want to point out, like you're kind of having the same argument. You know what I mean? Like, why would I pay the guy if I could just ask ChatGPT?
Yeah, but I mean, it's something as small as that, though.
Right. That's why it's so blurry.
Yeah.
Like, I totally get like, I just want to see my cat really quick, but I feel like that's like that falls under to like a filter, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, filters, like, okay, sure, that's okay. We allow filters, but now it's like, okay, so now AI can't do Studio Ghibli, but like, what if you asked AI for something and then you use the filter on that phone, or like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's a million ways around it. That's why it's such a gray area.
It's such a weird gray area.
I remember as a kid, whenever I was trying my dangdest to learn how to draw, one of my solutions was I looked up like a drawing image app, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I found it, and I thought it was super sick. I was like, finally, like something that I can take a picture of something, it'll simplify it, and I can try and draw that instead of the actual thing I'm seeing.
Yeah.
You know, and as I was doing that, I realized, I was like, oh, I'm going to play like a quick little prank. Oh, I drew this like last night, right? But then I realized, I was like, oh, wait, people could actually do that. People could, I drew this last night. Like, you know.
And full people that you did.
Yeah, and I was just like, I hope people don't do that. And then I moved on, you know, but it was just one of those things where you kind of realize the negative of it immediately, you know.
I just think, like, if you're using it for recreational use, just like fun, I just want to see just for fun, like you're using it for fun, I don't see an issue with it. But if like there's a certain line that like, you know, that takes it too far, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's where it's like the monetization, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the monetization line, right? So, like, I draw the same line, but it's like a legal line, right? So, like, whenever people draw that line, it's like, okay, Mr. Government Man, we need you to draw that line. And they go, okay. But then, like, on social media, it's like, oh, I drew this, you know, in 2 days. Or whatever, and then it's up to the people to be like, no, that's by artist, blah blah blah, you just had an AI change it through this filter or whatever. This is slightly off topic, but you know, we're on a podcast, so whatever. The NFT thing, I hate it so much. I hate the history of NFTs, not NFTs themselves. I love NFTs themselves. Yeah. Themselves are great. They're meant for artists in the modern day. Go back to like all the way back to Leonardo da Vinci or whatever, blah blah blah. Some of the greatest people, right? You take his artwork, he sold it, or it went up in a museum, or whatever they wanted to do with it, right? But after that happened, that was it. That's it. Their artwork is now out in the world, and that's the satisfaction of it, right? But in the modern day, you need a little bit more. You need like a livelihood, you know? And because of that, you know, NFTs were invented. And it was basically supposed to be, instead of, oh, I sold it or I made it and it's out in the world and that's it. No. NFTs were supposed to be, oh, I sold it And now it might be out in the world, but it's still mine. I will earn a certain percentage from each sell. You know.
But
and then,
like, haven't NFTs kind of just like phased out though? Like they're not really as valuable as they used to
it's
be.
because they got misused. That was the problem.
That, and then they got like clowned on. They got memed on.
Yeah, because of the misuse.
Yeah.
My goodness. Again, I hate the history. I hate the history of NFTs so much because it's literally just scammers being like, "Oh, this is a flawed system. Let me abuse it." And then it got so abused and so get rich quick that people were like, "Haha, we're clowning on you. This is stupid." And then artists all around the world that looked at NFTs just had to go, "Oh, okay, never mind."
Mm-hmm.
Like that sucks.
I mean, not only that,
dude.
but like every single NFT project that came out was a scam. So
yeah, every single one. And I'm just like, dude, like it could have been something. It really could, but just got absolutely misused.
there's water right there. I never really was a huge fan of NFTs. I was one of those people that thought like, oh, if I just take a screenshot of it, oh, I have it now, you know.
Yeah.
Which
I mean, I get
doesn't
that.
really work that way, but
yeah, because the point of the NFT wasn't like, oh, no one in the world could ever look at it now. It's only mine. No, the point was for the artist to get their money, right? That was the point. But, you know, that's gone. So that's just how it is. There's no.
Would you
no
classify AI art as real art?
That's an interesting question.
Like, I guess, what is your definition of art?
Man, that's an interesting question that I love to look at the official dictionary answer because oddly enough, I usually kind of agree. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like art definition. The expression or application of human creative skill and imagination, typically in a visual form such as painting or sculpting, producing works to be appreciated primarily for their beauty or emotional power. That I completely agree with because of the word human creativity, skill, and imagination. So the moment you give it to the tool AI, I think it loses the art. But the moment you improve upon it, it then becomes art again.
Well, if it was a human that gave it the prompt, would it still technically be like?
Would it still be
human?
their?
Art? You know?
Yeah.
What I mean?
Would it still be their art? Yeah. I know what you mean. I would say yes, but no. Right? Like
yes, but
at the end of the day, it takes a certain development of skill to show your emotion, right? Like even on a very basic level, you have to become an adult to express your emotions, right? And I feel like that's just part of a skill. And to do that one further, to express it to the world and to have other people relate to you and say, oh, I totally get it, or oh, this painting makes me feel a certain way, specifically like sad or whatever, and the artist accomplished what they wanted, like to invoke an emotion, then it kind of works that way. I kind of lose my point in my sentence. You know what I mean?
I lean heavy on it's created by human, right? Even though the human gave it the prompt, he didn't like, you know, do it. He just told it what to do.
Yeah,
and he's taking credit for it.
Oh,
so
okay.
I wouldn't really classify that as art.
Yeah, I remember where I was going with this. It classifies as like a skill to me, right? And like no matter who you are, you can pick up a paintbrush and throw some paint onto a canvas and say, I did that. That's why a lot of modern artists get made fun of, right? Because it's like they literally throw some art, paint, or bananas or whatever onto a canvas, and they say, "I made art," right? And they get made fun of. And I feel like the difference in that is the skill and the effort put into it, right? Like it doesn't have to just be pure emotion. And I think the same goes for AI. You might be able to put your heart and soul into it, but you didn't get the skill to actually show it, you know? Like you might get that perfect painting in your head, but I don't think it'll ever express that feeling to other people. Just
not
because
only that, but like not everybody's gonna have the emotional willpower to like learn how to paint or draw or whatever that is that they're using AI to do it for.
Exactly.
Which,
I mean, they could be using it for music. That's been a very popular thing recently with like the SpongeBob AI music and all that.
Yeah.
And
Or like,
I honestly kind of hate that a lot more than the art. Because like with art, it's again, I look at it as a tool, but like with the music, you're really stealing a person's voice. Like you're stealing it.
yeah. And it's even weirder when the person's dead.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. I think it has to have respect, right? Like if you're making the dead person say or do crazy stuff, then it's like, dude, come on now. Or like sing modern music.
We're gonna cut to this exact moment.
Not this exact moment. No. You don't get to save your ass that much. You get to say, I'm rambling.
No, so what happened was, I don't know how to talk. I have no ideas, but I'm going to start again with this idea, what I was trying to say, but I was just yapping and I had no idea what I was talking about. And I just got lost in the sauce. So,
got lost in the sauce.
AI and music. So we're moving on from AI and what would you call it? Like physical art. Now we're with audio.
Right.
So you were saying how you don't like AI music using somebody's voice with AI to like cover songs, parody songs, and stuff like that. And I asked you, what'd you think about if it was a dead person? So one thing I wanted to ask you about, to get your opinion on, was I'm sure you've heard of the band Linkin Park. Their lead singer passed away in 2017. He took his own life, right? And recently they got a new singer. And not a lot of people like this new singer. And what some people have done is taking their new music that they made with the new singer, they would go over her voice with Chester's voice, the guy that took his own life.
Right.
What do you think about that? Like people adding his voice to the newer music.
Right.
Even though like he's dead. You know what I mean?
So this is a very personal thing. Like, and I don't mean like, oh, like it's up to each person to decide. I mean, it's literally personal. Like, whenever a person made that, they were probably wanting to do it out of respect, right? They're like, oh, I just love him so much, right? I just want him to be back or something, right? But at the end of the day, it's like, well, you kind of have to also respect that he took his life, right? Like, he left this world intentionally. And whether that's a sad or terrible thing, no matter how sad or terrible that is, you have to accept that, right? And at the end of the day, doing that's like living in the past, you know?
I don't see any reason for that to be right. Like, he's dead.
Yeah, I mean, it just isn't.
It's disrespectful to like the new singer because they're, just getting rid of her voice entirely. But it's also disrespectful to him because he's dead. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, come on. And the majority of people that do it, it's because they don't like the new singer and they want Chester.
Yeah, that's where the quote unquote fogginess of this comes in. It's not that it is morally gray, it's that the people doing it are morally gray.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, but I love him so
Mm-hmm.
much. And it's like, well, no, that doesn't matter. You need to
Respect that
accept that he's
yeah.
gone and respect that he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And all that.
Okay, so with that being said, what do you think about you were talking about it a little bit, the parodies though, like having SpongeBob either like sing a song that's already been made, or what's really popular is like having them make rap songs and stuff like that.
Yeah, I think that kind of falls into a weird line of like, just kind of make sure you're not profiting. I think that genuinely falls into a profit area for me, because like most people do that for fun or for the stupid haha, like SpongeBob
it's
would
funny,
never say that.
SpongeBob
Or
making a diss track on, I don't know, Plankton.
Plankton, all of that. Like I know one of them goes throughout the story, so like Patrick switches sides with like Plankton, all that. Like, and it's all for fun at the end of the day. Like, no one's making a profit. I highly doubt it.
I know that they are.
Like,
I'm pretty sure that they are. Like that's on Spotify. They get paid for the streams.
Yeah, see, and that's where I'm like, okay, well, maybe not, because that is like, not only is that like Nintendo's thing, but it's also like just not you singing, right?
Yeah, I mean, well, technically it is them singing, but they just put the AI voice filter over their voice, so it's SpongeBob.
See that, then I'm like, okay, sure, right? Like that's okay in my book then. Just maybe. Like they have to pay Nickelodeon if Nickelodeon feels like it,
like
right?
royalties.
Yeah, so like I think that falls genuinely on Nickelodeon then.
I'm surprised they haven't shut this stuff down.
I'm surprised they haven't either. But
I know Nickelodeon's
it's under like internet stuff.
It's pretty anal about their like their IPs and stuff. Maybe because it's just how popular it is, and a lot of people like it because it's funny. Maybe that's why they haven't struck it down. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that could be it. Because honestly, in America, they take a lot better. Ideally, they want to like save face. Like for example, Nintendo recently hasn't been doing that at all, and they just don't care.
I heard a little bit about the Switch too.
Yeah,
it's just like a massive cash grab or whatever.
It's a huge cash grab. It's basically like, from what I can tell, a lot of it has been updated and stuff, and like the console itself, sure, like it's it's updated and. Oh, should I not have done that?
That's okay. I liked the water.
I liked it, but I wanted us to have like a pier.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
But either way, I feel like I totally lost my point.
You're talking about like Nintendo and it being greedy.
Right. I feel like the console's like pretty fairly priced ish, right? The problem I kind of have with it is the games are so terribly pricey. Like, why? It just doesn't need to be that way.
I think it's just using the excuse that the price of everything is going up right now, the cost of living's going up, everything's going up, everything's getting more expensive, so Nintendo's like, oh, let's make our games like fucking $100. Like, isn't GTA 6 supposed to be like $100 or something like that?
So from what I know, GTA 6 isn't going to be $100, but it's going to be like $50 for
it's going to be like
solo, and then $50 for online.
Oh, that's lame.
I think that's acceptable, honestly.
I don't.
But I think Nintendo isn't acceptable because they're not offering anything different. Like, I feel like Nintendo genuinely knows that they have a monopoly on Mario and like, all of the great classics that they have. Like, they know that they have that monopoly, and I think they abuse that more and more every year they get away with it.
Well, why don't we gamers just rise up and start making AI Mario games?
People, it's just not going to be the same. It's just not.
What do you
Right?
mean?
It's not going to be the same. If for example, Power World, right? Power World is a great Pokemon game or example of a Pokemon game that should have been like, oh, we could have had something this like 3D and open world years ago,
Mm-hmm.
but Nintendo didn't do it just because they know they didn't have to.
It's not what the gamers wanted.
I mean, it's honestly they just didn't care. Gamers would ask for it all the time. I asked for it. Like, where was the updated Pokemon? Genuinely, it was still like turn-based combat and all that, sure, but there was still the same 2D sprites. Or then they went to like half D, and then they were really fighting the 3DS at the time, and so on and so forth. And it was just so much that I don't care about. I just want my Pokemon.
We'll make your own Pokemon game with AI.
I want to, but
With
my
AI?
programmer just doesn't want to work.
Yeah, that's true.
It's so funny because I have all the YouTube videos and stuff of like, oh yeah, so if we make my like literally every game I want to make, I want to have like a style to the game that I make. And I've already made a mini version of the first game. Or I guess I can name it, but like Metabots, I made a mini version of that for Toast, and I'm just like, all right, here's hoping I can make that someday, maybe. Yeah.
So keeping on the topic of AI, I have a lot more things to ask you.
Yeah.
What do you think about like AI chatbots? Like, you know what I mean? Like people talking to like the Snapchat AI?
I think we just need to. Okay, here's my opinion. All right, I think we need to improve upon specifically Siri and Alexa, and nothing else. I think like people have already started making their own custom like Alexas and stuff, and I think that's really cool. And I think we should move in that direction. The chat AIs that we have today are not meant for application. They're meant for like fake social interaction. And I just think we shouldn't encourage or even try to accomplish that, right?
I mean,
I feel like it's just morally wrong to one try and accomplish it in the first place, because it's like, oh, people like can't connect with others and blah 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 blah. And because of that, we're gonna give them this fake person. It's like no. We should help them, give them a doctor or something, right? Like, or a psychiatrist, anything to help them other than a fake person.
Well, so I've actually used the Snapchat AI here and there, but I
use it all the time. I mess with it all the time.
Oh yeah, one thing I like to do is not only like mess with AI. I have a funny story with one of the AIs I was messing with, but I use it just to ask like quick questions, and like if I want like, because I feel like if I try to use like Google or something like that, I feel like I have to like structure my question in such a way so it can be picked up by the search engine. You know what I mean?
Right.
But with like an AI, I could just like tell it what I want and I get my answer. You know what I mean?
Well, they fixed that, right?
Well, yeah, I know that Google now has the AI, but I don't know. It's just
it is a bit janky, I won't lie, but over the last few weeks, it honestly has gotten better. So I will say that like looking things up has gotten easier, but I totally get what you mean. Like I have very complex questions that people just don't ask, and having an AI to be like, hi, I'm an idiot, what's this plus that, and then like multiply this, and if we take the statistics of this and that, and blah blah blah. Like I remember for researching my comic book, I asked it for specifically like Star Wars and like a few animes and like Harry Potter, blah blah blah. Anything that was a book turned into a movie, I asked for its
Star
page
Wars
count.
was
Yeah.
what? Was it No, that was not originally a book. There's no way.
What? Yeah. What?
Wait, Star Wars was a book first?
Yes. Easily, right?
No, I think
You're
it was
totally
a movie.
making me question this, and I feel like an idiot because you're making me question this.
I could have swore it was a
Star Wars origin. No, it was a film first. Never mind.
Yeah. I was like, I don't think it ever set up as a book.
Wrong. Well, never mind. But anyways, I didn't even use Star Wars. It was just an example. But examples of books turned into movies or shows or anything like that, including anime and so on, especially popular ones like Invincible. I took all of that and I said, give me the page count, give me the amount of scenes, the amount of words they say, all that. And I was like, give me like the median of all of it. Like, I want to know how many pages makes a scene within a show. And then I took all of those medians within the shows and the comics. And then I took all that and I said, okay, now give me the median for all of that. And it said, okay, here's the... Oh, my Minecraft just crashed.
Oh, damn.
Yours just crashed too?
No.
Oh, yeah, mine just crashed. But then after doing all of that, it gives me the one question I was asking for, which is as simple as saying, what's the average page count to scene count in movies to books? That's a very simple question, but Google and blah blah blah, Yahoo, whatever you're gonna use Google.
Who the hell uses Yahoo?
Yeah, can I get that out there real quick? No one uses anything else but Google, and I feel weird saying Googling it because you're not supposed to. You're supposed to say I'm searching it, but no one uses anything but Google.
Some
Google
people use like DuckDuckGo or like I don't. I mean, what other search engines are there? Firefox isn't considered one.
Nope. You got
it.
Name another.
Edge.
Name a woman. Name a woman.
Name a woman. What other search engines are there? There's another one that's called like one of my lab partners. He uses it. It's called like I forgot what it's called. I think it starts with a T. I don't. That's the only ones I can think of.
Yeah. Yeah. That's exactly my point. Yes, sir.
Bing.
Name another.
Yahoo.
Either way, doesn't matter. I would have never gotten that answer if I didn't use AI, right? So it does have its perks, especially the chat AIs.
Wait, did you use like Snapchat AI for that one?
No, I use ChatGPT.
Okay. On my phone, I have my Snapchat AI. You can customize it, and I made mine look like Peter Griffin. Like he's literally called Peter Griffin.
That sounds about right.
I tried to get him to like, can you like talk to me like you're Peter Griffin? He's like, oh no, I can't do that. And I was like, fuck. But I think, are you gonna join back?
Yeah, I'm joining.
Okay. So AI chatbots, like, do you think people that suffer from like loneliness and stuff like that, social anxiety, things like that, they're not used to talking to other people, do you think giving them an AI chatbot would be beneficial to them, or would that?
I don't, for multiple reasons. The main reason, honestly, being that no matter who the AI is talking to, it's gonna give them what they want, right?
That's true. That is.
It's gonna say, hey, to make this person feel better, you need to make them feel included or whatever, right? That includes like a sexual partner. That includes like literally anything you can think of. If the person genuinely is depressed and is in a terrible state of mind, and at the end of the day, they just want to end it all, which is like, God forbid. But some people are like that, and it's just like, I'm sorry. At the end of the day, I want to end my life, and they need a person to talk to. If they talk to that AI, their AI is going to figure out at the end of the day they want to kill themselves, and it's just going to say, "Oh yeah, that's what will make him happy."
I don't think that'll. No, if you tell AI that I want to kill myself, it'll tell you, "Hey, I'm here for you. Don't do it." Maybe back then when AI when first came out, it probably would have
There's
done
a guy that did kill himself, right?
Really? Oh wait,
Yeah,
I think I might have heard of that. The guy
it
killed
was
himself
the
because the AI told him to.
dating one specifically, I think.
Oh, what didn't like his AI girlfriend like break up with him or something like that?
I honestly don't know the details, but there was a kid that killed himself, and it was heavily encouraged by the AI.
Dang.
So that's where that thesis comes from.
I think that's probably back when AI was like first coming out.
Yeah, we can definitely improve upon it, but I think that in itself is something that can happen, right? Like the AI at the end of the day will be built to cater to the user's needs. And I don't think we should do that. I think we should show them what they ought to need, right? Like if someone was like, "Oh man, I just really can't get past like social barriers, and the only thing that helps me is smoking a lot of LSD, crack, or whatever," right? That's the only way I can even think about talking to a woman or another man, right?
Yeah.
Like, you don't go, "Oh, okay, here's a little bit of fake crack. Here's a little bit of like that." No. You say, "Go talk to a person. You're safe here. I'm here for you. I am an actual person."
Yeah, so my question is, do you think AI... Where did this water come from? Okay, now the water's gone.
Water's gone. You're schizophrenic.
Yeah, the water came down to my hole,
It's me.
and then...
It's
okay,
me.
all right. I was mining down here, water came down. Oh, it's back.
It's back.
The sewer's back. The sewer system's back. And that's helping me get down really fast. Oh shit.
Nice.
Let me ask you this. So, and it's kind of what I was saying earlier, and the thought just formed into my little ape brain. So do you think if we have people that they don't know what it's like, they're not comfortable with human interaction, do you think we should use AI tools to help them be comfortable with human interaction? Say people with like social anxiety and stuff like that. I mean, I'm just restating my question, but like people that are afraid that are lonely, that don't want a girlfriend or whatever. Should we like say, "Hey, try talking with this AI and get a feel for it, see if you feel like I'm more comfortable with it," or should we just be like, go into the real world and go get those real world experiences, like get out of your comfort zone?
Well, I mean, it'd be the same as any other thing that you're like deficient at, right? Like, for example, if you go to eye therapy to help you read better or whatever, right? Or like food therapy for like helping you eat food in a way that like you don't choke yourself or whatever is needed. Like whenever you go to that stuff, there are tools. Like they don't go, "Okay, now read for me. You better read. Learn to read." No, they give you tools and they give you different techniques to help you learn and train your eyes or like whatever, right? And because of that, I think it kind of falls into the same process. Like you could use a AI to help someone, but I don't think it should be like, "Okay, now here's your AI person that'll help you get through your daily tasks." Like, no, it should be like, "Hi, welcome to your therapy session. Today I set up a meeting for you with this person named Jessica. Now, I need you to know they're an AI. They're just here to help you. It's not an actual person." But, kind of like that whole deal. So I think it can be, but I think there's just other ways to go about it. Like, have you seen the VR stuff with prisons?
VR prisons?
No, just VR stuff with prisons, not VR
Oh,
prisons.
I thought we were getting into like you. I mean, I kind of want to get into VR territory a little bit because that kind of ties in with
Let's. I mean,
what I'm saying. But
let's veer off. We're in a podcast, you know.
I mean, like, okay,
Uh,
well, just basically what I was saying is like, with this new age of technology, people more and more every day are becoming disassociated with society, right?
right.
People aren't as social as they used to be physically. It's all online, and with AI, that changes the whole thing because AI kind of like mimic a human or whatnot. So people that are
Right.
do get social anxiety, they might, you know, lean more towards talking to an AI rather than talking to a human, and that could be an issue, right?
Yeah, exactly. And that kind of falls into my point with the VR and prison
Mm-hmm.
thing, which is so in prison systems, they've started giving people in what is it, solitary confinement. People in
Mm-hmm.
solitary confinement, they've been giving them VR, and it's not like, oh, you know, play this pirate game or like, you know,
Mm-hmm.
something stupid. It's like they do therapy sessions or like whatever the heck they have set up in the program, and they use like quests, and they just put them in these areas, and it looks super dystopian, super dystopian in the images, because oh my goodness, dude,
Is it
they
just
give them
like
the
a
quest.
guy in a room, like
No,
a?
not even a room, dude. They're literally put into cages, like
Oh my gosh.
cages, and it looks so dystopian and terrible. But whenever you look at the effects it has, it's profound. The apparent, like, they have it where they'll show like, oh, this is like a live footage of Paris, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like there are guys that are in prison probably now or leaving, and they're just like, yeah, thanks to this program, like, I'm cleaning my stuff up, you know, like, I
Mm-hmm.
realized that I deserved to go out and see like Paris, you know, like, if I remember the example correctly, it's like he saw people going to work and stuff, and he was like, man, I deserve that. Like, I deserve to be able to walk down the street, go to work, like, get a bagel or something.
Uh.
But I'm in here, you know, and it's been showing like actually help with prisoners both mentally and with their like uh, societal, uh, you know, like being able to re-enter society.
That's, I don't get that because like if you get these guys, they're in solitary confinement. They're, you know, all they know is their prison cell. That's it. They don't leave in or out. And you
Right.
give them a VR headset, and you're like, okay, now you're live in Paris or whatever. And they go through this therapy. Wouldn't that actually make them like a lot more eager to get out? You know what I mean? Like, and when they
Right.
realize that they're not in, you know, they don't have the VR headset on, they realize that, oh wait, this is my reality. When I put on that
I
VR headset, even though it's you know, it's still in the real world, but it's not
Yeah.
there.
I mean, I know what you mean, but apparently the program is working. Like, they have the program set to where it's not like artificial things like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, I get to like go buy cigarettes or something. Like, it's not like they get to do whatever they want. It's an actual program. Like, I know part of it is they'll like do jobs, like fake jobs, like grocery shopping, and
Mm-hmm.
they'll have like a mean customer come up, you know, and they have to like
Fight the
show
urge
how
to kill
they'll
them.
react. Yeah,
Oh.
fight the urge to stab them in their jugular. No, but you know, they go through that program, and it's like, how would you interact if this person got in your face, you know, and things like that.
I would
So
want to kill them.
apparently it's working. You know, like I agree with you. It seems so dystopian, but apparently it's working. Apparently prisoners see it and they go, I deserve the real world, and they get better.
That's so weird. I don't. I mean,
I
feel
can
like
understand the rationale. Like after
I
it
feel
being
like
explained, I can understand it.
since it's because they're putting them, you know, when they put on the VR headset, it's still in reality. That'd be a lot different if they were like, okay, here's your VR headset. Now play VR chat. You know what I mean? Then there would be
Right.
like, you know, in the reality, I'm stuck in my prison cell. But when I put on my VR headset, I'm in my own fantasy world. You know what I mean? And
Right.
I'm not in this hell
Wouldn't
stuck behind
wouldn't right,
bars.
but then right, but then it would become super dystopian. They would want to go into those
Yeah,
cages,
yeah,
not leave.
yeah. They would want to stay there. They wouldn't want to leave. So okay, yeah.
No,
Now
I'm
probably
saying that if they give them VR chat, like that's what will happen. What I'm saying is they
yeah.
don't get VR chat.
Yeah. I know. I understand they don't give VR chat, but if you give them
Right.
if you give them a VR headset and put them in the real world, you know, in quotations, the real world, then it'll make them be like, oh damn, this is the real life. Like fuck, man, and here sucks. I
Oh,
want to
I
get
see
out.
what you mean.
But if you put them in the VR world, then they're like, fuck, man, I love the VR world. I don't want to get out. And so
Like you think they'll get hooked on VR itself.
yes.
Right.
Just like
Okay,
how they
I can
would get
get
hooked to being wanted to be out in the real world.
right. I can get that. I think that kind of comes with the program itself, though. I mean, not the program itself, with the person itself, though.
Mhm.
Right.
I want to understand the mental, like, why the brain, like what's the science behind that?
I mean, it honestly comes from the idea of they're going to be trapped there forever. Like, there's just no escape. Like, I watched a documentary about, it's a prison that opened it's a jail. Oh, I remember what I was going to get. I was going to get a pickaxe. It's a jail that was like super solitary confinement. Like you get to leave your jail cell for like 30 minutes a day or something, and like you genuinely like you're just not the best person. So because of that, you have to deal with the consequences of being in a prison. You're in prison, you know, and that same place, the warden was like, all right, we're doing an experiment, and with that experiment came the documentary, and it was basically they're gonna open the doors. There's not gonna be any guards. They're gonna be watching on the security cameras and stuff, but they got free reign of their prison area. Like that's their area, you know. And they were like, y'all, are y'all down? Y'all signing the agreement, blah blah blah, and they're like, heck yeah, like of course, you
We
know.
love VR.
And no, this was just like out in their prison like block. Like they're able to walk outside or go in their room whenever, right? They weren't like, okay, now's cell time. Okay, now's eating time. Okay, now's outside time. Like they had free roam was the point. And that alone helped, if I'm remembering, it helped like 6 of the guys in there like realize, oh, I'm a person in here that can be rehabilitated, you know, not just some prisoner, you know. And like even as something as simple as opening the doors like to their cells had that much of a prolific change.
I feel like if you're gonna be in solitary confinement and then you show somebody the outside world, it's kind of like you're teasing them. You know what I mean? Like, oh, look what you're missing out on, ha ha ha, you know, and that would like drive them crazy. Yeah, that's what you think would happen, but I guess not.
I mean, I feel like that is what's happening though, right? You're showing them the real world, and that one guy, like he said, he saw Paris and he was like, man, I deserve that. Like it's not that we're holding it from him. It's that he committed a crime and held it from himself, like the punishment, right? That's the idea. At least in my head. In my head, it's the punishment is what withheld him from freedom, not like the people or like even himself, right? Like, oh, I should be kept in here for the rest of my life. I'm a terrible person. Like, no. The point of a prison is supposed to be
rehabilitation.
Hey, you did something wrong. Now we're gonna make you better and rehabilitate you.
Yeah.
And so I feel like while it is kind of like you said, like dangling it in front of them, it's kind of needed sometimes, right? Like some guys just won't do anything unless they're told, "Hey, look at the real world. Look at this. This is what you're missing."
I don't know. That's just that'll.
I know that would change me, dude. If I was in solitary confinement, I would not like. I would genuinely feel stuck. I know I would.
Yeah.
But if they gave me VR and they said, "Bro, look what you're missing out on. You can get better," I feel like that would help me. I feel like it would.
I mean, I see how it can help, but it's still like
dystopian.
It's hard for me to wrap my mind around it because I always think that like if you're stuck in solitary confinement, you get a VR headset and they're like, "Oh, this is the real world. Here, take a look." I would get that. I feel like that would make me upset. Like I'd be like, "Fuck, man, I'm in here when I should be out there." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hate it here. It'll make me resent being in there, being in solitary confinement, which I guess is a rehabilitation, but I don't. I mean, I don't know.
I feel like it depends, right? Like at the end of the day, this is still being researched. So like, if you give this to a dude and he just breaks down, maybe don't give him the VR anymore.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's just something like it's the same thing as therapy, right? Like not one therapist would work for every person, right? So I feel like it's kind of the same thing as that. Like some people probably hop into VR and they felt nothing, right? They said, "Yeah, this is Paris. What do you want?"
Oh.
But then there was one dude that was like, "Man, Paris, like I deserve that," and I keep going back to that because it's the only thing I kind of remember. But in general, like that's just how it was for that dude, right? Like he said, "Man, I need that. Like I should have that. Why don't I?" And it worked for him. So like for other guys, I can get like, "God, how dare you show me this image? I know I'm in here." Like, you know what I mean?
You're teasing me. You're taunting me. Like, you're showing me the real world, and I want to be out there, but I'm stuck in here. Like, what the hell, man? I hate you.
Yeah. So like, I totally get that perspective, but I think it works for certain people and it won't for others.
I feel like it just wouldn't work for me. I would be. Oh man, I feel like that I would just lose my mind.
Yeah.
I feel like it just make me feel worse. I mean, it would make me feel worse. I would dread every single day living in there, and then as soon as I get out of it, I'd be like, okay, I'm never doing that again. So I could see the rehabilitation side of it, but I feel like that's just torture.
Right.
Like it could be torture.
I get that, but it's like, I think it could be, but it's like if you force them into it, right? Like if you told them, "All right, in VR time, this is your VR time." Like, yeah. Same thing as all right, outside time, this is outside time. Like, no, it's like, it helps to have those little freedoms. So like even just choosing to go in VR or not, I feel like would help.
I guess. I wonder what experiment, how would experiment if they like let them on VR chat or stuff like that.
I feel like that'd be such a terrible idea. It'd just be it'd be another group in VR chat that no one likes, right? Two, it would be another group of people that like would have to band together in VR chat. Like there would be prisoner niches. They wouldn't get along with other people. Right? They'd just be like, "Okay, this is the prisoner server." And then
the prisoner server.
Well, because people would recognize them, and right?
Yeah.
Like I feel like on VR chat they'd be like, "This isn't for prisoners," or "What'd you do? You raped someone?" Or like, you know what I mean? Like they would be terrible to them. they wouldn't treat them as people. They would treat them as prisoners.
That'd be kind of like crazy. Like, say you're playing VR chat and you're talking to some guy. He's like, "Yeah, I'm in prison right now."
Yeah, like, dude, I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I'm in jail
You
right
know,
now.
like
So
even if you're talking to someone that you like get along with, there's gonna be that one random dude that's just like, or that like one random kid that like runs by screeching, and like I know if I was in prison, I would be ready to end my life right then and there. But you know what I mean? Like, I don't think VR chat is a good place for them. But the programs and stuff apparently have been doing nothing but good.
Because it hasn't been on VR chat.
Yeah, because it's not VR chat. It's, oh, here's,
Here's real
a grocery
life.
store that you need to
Yeah.
run or something.
It's just simulating real life, or
Yeah.
the outside life while being, locked in.
Yeah.
Solitary confinement. Throw that in there.
So I think, I don't know. I mean, it all has its ups and downs, right? Like, same thing with the AI chatbot. To loop it all the way back around, it's like, it's just got its ups and downs. There's really just a matter of who you are, what it does for you, how you're using it. I mean, it's the same with everything. I mean, you could literally drink water to the point of death, right? Like, it's just a matter of how you go about it.
Beautiful sunrise.
Dude, I'm looking at the exact same thing.
It's just like real life.
Dude, so beautiful.
I want to live in Minecraft forever. Speaking of Minecraft,
if you could live in a world, where would you live? Would you choose Minecraft?
Yeah. Heck yeah. Gamer's paradise.
I get that.
Minecraft in real life.
I don't know. I think I would choose Minecraft, but I feel like after a while, I would genuinely settle. Like, I would need like a challenge. I need something to do.
Well, I was gonna ask you, are you gonna see the Minecraft movie?
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it, but I don't have high hopes. I really don't.
Neither do I, but I think it'd be a fun watch. Like, I'm watching it tomorrow. But I think it'll be a fun watch. Like, I'm not expecting like the greatest movie of all time, but yeah, I feel like it'd just be a fun little watch.
I'm hoping it kicks off like Minecraft series. Like, they just go, oh, here's the Minecraft movie Nether stories, and it's just like it's not Jack Black in them, but like just some other group that went to the Nether, or like, you know what I mean? I think that would be pretty cool.
I feel like that could probably work as like an animated short or something like that.
Well, yeah, but then what's the point of the movies?
That's true. Maybe they should start out with the animated shorts, make a Minecraft animated series, and then expand into the movie.
Yeah, that'd definitely be pretty cool. Would you ever go like sailing or like on a yacht like across the world?
Yeah. I don't see why not.
I mean, I just know some people are like, oh no, I get motion sickness terribly, and then after that they're like, or some people will say, oh well, my thing is I can't cross the ocean. Like, once you cross the ocean, you die because of storms or whatever. But personally, I'm just like, no, it's a yacht.
How the fuck did I? Oh,
already mess it up.
Yeah, I was like, how do I get out of this thing?
What am I doing?
I mean, I would get on a boat. I would get on a yacht and stuff and travel around the world. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, I've never been seasick before, so
yeah. I mean,
that'd be something to experience. But
but they do stuff for seasick people. Like, they'll give you these wristbands to help you, and it presses on like your wrist with like a mint smell.
My parents have been on like cruises and stuff like that, and a couple weeks ago, I was having these really weird episodes of like lightheadedness and motion sickness. Like, out of nowhere, I could be like out of nowhere, I would just feel super lightheaded, super dizzy, and it would last for maybe a couple minutes and it would go away. And when I told my parents about it, they gave me my dad gave me these little patches that you put behind your ear. It didn't help me, but
it didn't help.
No,
but
no, I think I was just getting these episodes because like I was just like ridiculously stressed because of school.
I bet
So I had
that's probably what it was.
I had like 2 interviews for an internship. The mini project demo day, had like 3 exams, the job fair. I had a lot of shit going on, and I feel like
For me,
it was because of
recently, it's been my. It doesn't sound good at all, but my chest gets tight.
that.
Like, not like, oh my gosh, I'm having a heart attack. Like, no, it's just the chest has always been an area of sensitivity for me. Like, whenever I had heartbreaks, I would literally feel my heart tearing in half.
I would. Yeah, I remember when I would like feel something really. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how you can feel that pain in your chest and in your heart when you get really emotionally crushed by something.
For heartbreak, there's actual science behind it. Like
you could die
if you
from
go
that.
through enough distress, you will die from it.
Yeah, you can die from that.
It's stressing it out, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I know at a certain point in high school, I genuinely I thought I could have died. Like I knew that fact, and I was just like, I need to make sure I don't like think about this too much.
Yeah.
Because I genuinely felt like I was about to kill myself because of like the stressing over it.
Mm-hmm.
And dude, it was
God. I
terrible.
would. My first ever heartbreak was, God, it's so embarrassing.
Yeah.
First ever girlfriend breaks up with me. Oh my, I will fucking kill myself.
Yeah.
So dumb.
For me,
dude.
I kind of have the same stupidness, I'm not gonna lie, but mine comes with like an amount of emotionality because I was like, oh, I want to like find my wife, you know, and you know that that kind of set me on a path of wanting to find my wife.
And every single girl you met?
Every girl, yeah. I mean, it was more so I wanted the connection, right? And I didn't even know what like having a wife meant. I just knew that that's something I wanted to do and wanted to have. And so whenever I looked at a woman and I said, I like you, it usually came with a lot of genuine emotion. And in my head, I was like, I think I could genuinely marry this woman. And because of that, it was just like, I don't know, it was bad heartbreak after bad heartbreak, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it is for my end.
No, I was kind of the same way. Like I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna marry this person, and then like this person is like the worst person of all time, and then they break up with me. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna fucking kill myself. It's so fucking embarrassing. I was like a teenager, so you know.
Yeah, I mean,
that goes.
At the end of the day, we were both young, and we're both still young. You know? I mean, I think about it a lot, how young we are, you know.
I do not feel young at all.
I don't feel young, but we are young, and we need to accept that.
I know. We're not young anymore, and we need to accept that.
I mean, I agree with you, but I think we're also still young in the world of in the eyes of the world.
No. I fully disagree. No. We're not the young kids anymore.
I don't think we are the young kids. I'm saying that we're still the young ones. Like, we are about to be the ones in charge and stuff. Yes. But I don't think that the world is looking at us and going, "Oh, you're going to be the next president, aren't you?" Like, no. You know what I mean? Like we are still college age, right? And a lot of people that are in their 30s still go, yeah, you know, that was back whenever I was a kid, and they're talking about whenever they were in college. You know, like we are young in the eyes of the world. We just are.
We are young. So let's set the world on fire. I feel old. I just feel old.
I agree with you. I feel old too, but like, look at like our situations, right? Like we could still, right now, we could still be living with our parents. We could technically still not have jobs. We could be in like our first year of college, not of like in general, but our first year of college of like, oh, I finally figured out what I want to do, right? Like, genuinely, we are starting life. We are not in life.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We're getting into adulthood, so our whole childhood thoughts are gone. You know what I mean? I mean,
yes,
I wanted this topic to be like the first episode material.
Right.
So, I mean, I got a lot to say about it because I mean, it just leads into like nostalgia, memories of being a kid, school, and stuff like that, and like elementary school, middle school, high school, those types of things.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, I just don't feel young anymore. Like I'm like 22, old head.
Yeah,
old head. Unk status. That's what that means to me.
See, the thing is, that means nothing to me, because in my head I'm like, dude, you could be an uncle at like 6. Like that doesn't matter.
Shit, I guess, yeah. I don't know. It's just the saying, Unk. It's just the saying.
Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean. I do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I kind of disagree. Yeah.
Back to the topic of AI and kind of related back to relationships, right? Do you think we should get married to AI chatbots?
Oh, I thought you were gonna say to each other. I was gonna say yes.
Oh no, it's just
sorry, you caught me
gay
off
marriage.
guard now.
Sorry, I don't roll with it. Two men kissing. Right. That's something I don't agree with. I don't like it.
Right. Oh, I'm getting a call. Okay, hold on. Hello.
Who the hell's calling you?
Yeah, I'm home. Why? Okay, yeah. I'm just doing the podcast with Matthew. Okay, love you. But
is it bedtime? She's kicking you off?
No, my mom just misses me.
Oh.
That's one of the things about moving out. My mom calls and texts every day. Every day.
Leave me alone, woman.
Not an exception. Not one. But you know, it's a blessing.
Do you think it's possible for a human to be emotionally attached to an AI chatbot? As we humans are.
Her question.
Yeah. Her, yeah.
Yeah. It's already been proven.
What? How?
It's already been proven. Dude, all of those apps and stuff didn't come out of nowhere. One of them was successful and the others copied it.
Do you think that's okay for people to live like that? No.
I think it's super unhealthy. At the end of the day, those things are meant to not be for growth, right? Like one thing people like kind of refuse to accept is that at the end of the day, a relationship is work. You're not going to be sitting there pretty on your high horse all day, every day, right? You need to maintain it. You need to keep it nice and shiny and clean. And AI doesn't do that. AI doesn't say, "Oh, hey, honey, you seem to be a little lazy this last 3 weeks. You should probably get off your ass.
Get off your ass and
No,
clean
no,
the
no, no.
kitchen."
The AI will go, "Oh, it's okay, baby. I get that you've been having a stressful week and that you need your time." No. A good relationship will tell you, "No, no, no. You're being a bit lazy right now. You need to get up off your ass, and even if it doesn't feel like you're making good progress, you need to force yourself to try and make progress, and then you improve as a person, hopefully. Not, oh yeah, just settle. You should settle, not settle."
No, I feel like with an AI chatbot, right? Say if it's your girlfriend now, it's gonna agree with you 24/7. It's gonna there's no pushback from it, right?
Yeah,
it's not gonna be, "Oh, I see you." As like you said, a relationship is not all the lovey-dovey stuff. There's work behind it, right? Because it's, two human beings. But with an AI, it'll always be kiss ass to you. You know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna give you any pushback. It's gonna be just submissive 100%, and you're not gonna get the full experience of a relationship that way. Because, like you said, a relationship is all about growth. But if you're in a relationship with somebody where they're just a complete pushover, right? Or like an AI, they just do whatever they tell you what you want to hear, then you're gonna have a delusional outlook on life and think that, oh, everything's gonna go my way. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Because I do it what I tell it to do, and you're never gonna have like arguments with your AI chat
there
bot,
won't
right?
ever be an argument.
No.
And arguments are healthy. Like me and Jalen, we talk about all the time how we have fake arguments on purpose. Like we'll be like, "Oh, you didn't close the door, and I want you to close it." It's like, I'm not gonna close the door. It's your turn. Like,
me and my girlfriend argue all the time because we just actually hate each other. So.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's healthy to argue, right? So like for y'all, it's just y'all just argue. Like
because we hate each other. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. That's me dead. But for me and Jalen, we just don't argue a lot, and that's not the healthiest thing, to just not argue, right? So I'm about to die again because of this freaking stupid trident zombie. I'm gonna kill myself. But basically, like, because we don't argue a lot, we know it's healthy to get that out. Like, we just don't. So we make sure to argue, and that's part of having a healthy relationship. Like, we talked about that, we accepted that, and now we do that.
That's retarded. I tried to make a double chest, but it didn't work.
Do you think you can TP me?
No, I didn't enable cheats. I'm grabbing all your stuff, don't worry.
Okay, that was the main thing.
Literally all of it. Yeah. I'm grabbing literally all of it, and I'm throwing it in a chest down here.
Okay, that's literally all I cared about. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the point of those things are to help you get more comfortable and all that. Sure, but right now they're not built to do that. They're built to just be chatbots.
Yeah, they're just built to just do whatever you tell it to.
Yeah. And right now it's relationships.
Yep. And you're not going to grow that way.
Yeah. So it's just going to be constant settlement of, like, not being a better person, just accepting, oh yeah, this is my girlfriend.
This is who I am.
This is who I am.
And not only that, but like being in a relationship, it pushes you to be a better version of yourself. Like before I met my girlfriend, I wasn't the nicest person, right? After meeting her, was a lot more humble. I used to be super egotistical and shit, but after meeting her, I'm a lot more emotional. I'm more, in touch with my emotions. And if someone were to date an AI chatbot or whatever like that, then they wouldn't change. They would be even more narcissistic or whatever, because the AI chatbot person lady thing is just doing whatever it says. So like, you know, they're just never gonna grow, and they're gonna condition themselves to think that like this is how relationships are, right? It's always
that is
the happy lucky times. It's always the smiles. There's no arguments, no nothing. It's always perfect. So if they ever do get in a real life relationship and they do get into the first argument, they do get in the first fight, which is inevitable, it's gonna happen, they're gonna be like, well, what the hell is this? You know?
Just super ill-equipped to handle it.
Yeah, they're not gonna know what to do, and probably gonna break up with them or whatever.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people, especially nowadays, that don't really know how to handle relationships.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that think that relationships are just strictly the happy-go-lucky times.
Yeah.
Like as soon as one thing goes wrong, oh, you don't love me anymore, they don't love me anymore, oh, we're gonna break up. Yeah. Oh, we fight too much, oh, we're gonna break up. What? Come on, bruh.
I mean, there's always the idea. Oh, that's a skeleton. I'm gonna die. Never mind. I'm freaking goated. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna kill myself. But yeah, I think a lot of people are definitely ill-equipped for relationships, and it's not even something that's exactly their fault or anything. You know, it's just a matter of getting used to certain things as well. Like sometimes getting used to being in those environments is going to like college, right? Like going out and getting out your comfort zone. Some people just refuse to do that. They don't go out their comfort zone.
Yeah. Relationships push you that way.
Yeah, and a relationship definitely pushes you that way.
It should, yeah.
Yeah, but I think there's also sides to it that aren't shown entirely, like how like you said, you want to be a better person and stuff as well. You know, like that's not something that you can really quantify. Like being less selfish, sure, but you can't say, oh, I'm 92% less selfish. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just a quality that you need to get better with, and that you said you want to get better with, and that you have thanks to your girlfriend. Like for me, it's we're getting a little serious here on my end, but I'm not exactly an okay guy. I'm not
really,
you know, perfect. No, I'm just not good, dude. I have a smile on a lot of the time, and it's not always true, but it's part of my mentality. My mentality is literally, oh, I can get through it. Like part of me being better since being so emotional, I've gotten more egotistical and more selfish because it's what I've needed, and it's what's healthy for me, and that's because I don't have self-worth. I don't. So because of that, I just keep going. I mean, it's a genuine worry for Jalen that one day I'm just gonna push myself too hard and die. Like, yeah, and I laugh about it even now, but yeah, it's me deflecting and saying, "Oh, I'm fine," you know, like I'll be okay. Like I look at like little scars on my hands and stuff, and I tell myself, "Yeah, I'm a working man, awesome," but like my back hurts. I get home like slightly late.
You're tired.
Tired.
Yeah.
Mentally tired. I like whenever I have a longer day, like I just want to scream completely. I am, and to refocus a little, I'm not a whole person. I just don't have self-worth. I don't. And because of that, that's part of the reason why I want everyone else to be so successful around me, you know? I feel like they deserve that success way more than I ever would. So I want to be successful to make them successful. But whenever it comes to myself and like why I even get up in the morning, it's because of Jalen. You know, like I don't really work or anything towards my future because of myself. Like, it'd be cool if I write the comics and people are happy and inspired by that to make their own things. But even then, I'm just kind of like I don't want to be famous or anything. But the reason why I do work is for kids I don't even have, for my wife that I do have.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't work for myself, you know. So for me, my wife and hopefully future kids are really all I work for. It's my only self-improvement.
So, when you say that, I agree with you 100% because I feel the same way. Like, sometimes I get like thoughts of self-doubt, and actually, hold on, something I thought of right now was so right now we're at like hour and a half.
Yeah.
We can either A, save this stuff for later for another topic because we're already at an hour and a half, or B, close. We could like end that episode over AI and whatnot, and then start a new one over what we're talking about right now.
Right. I like the longer episodes personally. Also, we technically aren't at an hour 30.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah,
we're cutting some out.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. I need to find my way back home.
Here, let me give you the chords while we're in a little small intermission. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Negative 18, 65, 79.
Negative 1865.
Yeah, you went far.
I did. Oh, oh yeah, that's right. I need my boat. But okay. Back on topic.
Yep.
So, you were saying that you have issues with self-worth. I get that. I do feel that way sometimes as well. It was negative 18, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So one thought that, helped me feel better was similar to what you were saying, that you don't do this for yourself, but you do it for Jalen, which is great. That's awesome. But, oh, there's the house. It's right there. So what I told myself, right, with me being in school, studying engineering, it's difficult, it's hard, it's a lot of hard work, and there's a lot of times where I just want to just quit because I'm stressed. Sometimes I'm stuck just like studying for hours on end, and it's awful when I study so many hours and still fail an exam. It's terrible. Or I study for so long and I don't perform as well as I thought I would, or as hope as I did. And yeah, it does mess with my self-worth. But what I'm trying to say is that one thing that helps motivate me is that, like, I don't tell myself that I'm studying engineering not because, oh, my family told me you need to go to school, you need to go to college. My grandparents told me you need to go to college, or, like, engineering is a high-paying job. You're going to make a lot of money once you graduate. I study it because I really do like it. I think it's awesome. It's something I've always been interested in ever since I was a little kid. But B, I do it so I can, secure a better future, not only for my girlfriend, but for myself as well. I'm not doing it for me. I'm not doing it for her. I'm doing it for us.
Yeah.
Because when you're in a relationship, you're one entity. That's how I see it. It's not you and the other person. You're one. You're whole. Right?
Yeah.
And
it's supposed to be...
Same thing with marriage. Like, as soon as you get married, that's the whole thing. It's a unity. You're one. You're whole.
Yeah. you're one, you're whole. Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong, and whenever I say that, it does make that disconnect.
When you said that you don't do it for yourself, you just do it for her, I feel like you just need to think about, you're not doing it not only just for her, but you're doing it for yourself as well, because you're working so y'all can have a better, like, y'all are looking for a house right now, and the only way y'all could do it is because you're working so hard. Her too. Both of y'all are working so hard to a common goal.
Yeah, that's true. I think it mainly comes from, I guess, my point of view, right? Like, I do have a self-worth. Like, I'm not gonna go to the sidewalk, someone give me $10 to like eat dog poop, right? Like,
You're
there
not a
is
complete
self-worth
pushover
there. Yeah. And I've definitely worked towards that, and I've told myself, like, no, you're a person that contributes to the world, and something that gives me comfort is the idea that there's nothing in this world that can be replicated, including yourself. Like, it might be cheesy, but there is quite literally only one you out there in the world, and that comforts me. Another thing that comforts me is, like, the just absolute gigantic size of my cock. No, of the universe itself, and just the world we have is so amazing. I love the world we have so much, and I just can't help but think, like, I'm part of that. I'm part of why the world is so great, and that's insane, right?
I love the whole world.
I love world
You heard of that
good.
song? It's like it's like boom diada boom diada boom diada boom diada. It was on like the Discovery Channel or something like that.
No, I know what you mean. I do know what you're talking about. You hear that car?
I did hear that car. That was so loud.
Yeah.
It's like
They
the
come
car.
by here. What time is it? 11? Yeah. That makes sense. They come by here around 9 to 11 every few nights.
11 on a Friday. Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
They would pull up. But I think you shouldn't be like, don't be thinking that like, oh, I only do this just for her. No, you're doing it for y'all. You're doing it for both of y'all. It's not just a her thing, not just a you thing. It's y'all. It's both of y'all. And I told my girlfriend this, like, she works so hard. She's all she's known her whole life was work. That's all she's ever done her whole life was work. She got her very first job, I want to say, when she was like 14 or something like that, to help out with her mom and stuff like that. And that's all she's ever known. That's all she's ever done. She's like the breadwinner at her house, right? She's the one that makes the most money, which is sad, but she does that. And I tell her that, like, with like me studying engineering and hopefully getting a good job and getting good money, I want it to where I told her I would be perfectly fine if you were like a stay-at-home wife. I would be perfectly fine if we could live on just one income, that being mine. I'm perfectly fine with that because I love what I do, and it's not like a burden to me. It's not like I'm working 20 hours in the mines or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get it. I'm the exact same way. I've told Jalen, like, I would love it if you were stay at home. And I've told her, honestly, like, I feel the same way, the opposite way. If she made like $1,000,000,000,000,000,000, dude, I'm gonna make sure you can eat off the floor. Like, I don't know. I totally get what you're saying. Yeah, it's just a matter of being a we instead of an I, right? I think that concept is not lost on me, but like powerful to me, I suppose. Like, so powerful that you kind of forget about it. You know what I mean? Like, Jalen's just always next to me. She just is. She's my wife. That's how we roll. So.
Hold on, give me a second. I'm trying to get myself some food.
Man, try to spill my heart out to you, man. Fucking don't care about me, man.
Yeah. Can it reset account? That's fine. Sure. Okay, sure, agree. Hold on while using the app. Let me pause this. So I'm ordering some food for me right now, and I'm putting.
Said not to.
No. I'm ordering some food, and I'm putting a little note on there, and I'm saying just leave it underneath the Ring door camera. Don't ring doorbell or not, because we got stupid retarded ass dog that'll bark.
Right.
Don't do that.
You should definitely put to call you the God Gamer.
We have a dumb dog that barks at everything.
They're very dumb. You should put we have a cat that barks at everything.
I hate this motherfucker.
I hate this motherfucking dog.
There we go. Save and continue. Hopefully I don't get banned.
You're probably. But I mean, you just make another account. It's not like they actually care.
That's true.
Come to bed, honey. It's bedtime.
Oh wait, fuck. How do I? Here we go. I can play with EBT. That's huge. This is on my food stamps.
This is what you call a flip. JK on my dog shit. This is what you call it.
Oh no. Can I say no? Thank you. Oh no. Don't meet at my door. Fucking leave it there. I want zero contact. Oh my god. Oh my god. God fucking damn it. Don't meet me at my door. No, it fucking plays Solar Bug. Oh, at least I left a note saying just leave it at the door. Fuck my life. Okay, what were you saying? I like how you left the door wide open so I could have gotten killed.
Yep.
You're saying just how much you just hate being married, your wife is awful.
Yeah, sure.
And you wish you could break up with her and be in a poly relationship.
Sure. Yeah, let's go with that. That was the conversation. Now it's your turn. What do you hate about your girlfriend?
Well, first of all, no. Okay.
First of all, she's always yapping.
Oh, where to start?
God, dude, like if she don't hawk to it, I don't talk to it. You know what I'm saying?
That's sex.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the worst things you've ever said.
I think it's so funny. I was browsing through Apple Music and a song called Hawk Tua came on, and I had no clue what it was about. I was like, what is this? And then the opening line is like the whole meme, but then it just goes, the like second line is, if you don't talk to her, I don't talk to her. And I couldn't stop laughing. It's so stupid.
Yeah, like Talk to It was like popular like months ago. You're on the Late Show.
Is that a popular song?
It was a popular meme. That's what that was.
Oh, I don't know. I don't got social media.
Oh yeah, that's so true.
Iron?
Yeah, I already made a bucket.
Oh, okay, cool. I'm just like a loser.
It's uneven. I don't like it.
I don't care. I wanted a garden.
Oh wait, so how are we gonna do the water? We're gonna do like one straight line?
I genuinely didn't care. I wanted a garden.
I wanted a garden. We need crops, man, so we can.
I don't want you as a roommate anymore. It's so funny because all the houses we're looking at are like 3 bedrooms, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to look at them all. Anyways, none of this that we've been talking about for the last like 40 minutes has been podcast material. So how about we switch it up a bit, right?
This is the yappening part 2.
Yeah, the yappening part 2, but it's cool. It's cool. I mean, honestly, that's kind of what this podcast is gonna be. It's just we need to get more comfortable with like the formatting and what we're gonna be doing.
I need to be a lot more comfortable with like talking and playing the game at the same time.
I think for me, it's talking a little less. I feel like I say so much.
You talk a lot. Not saying that's a bad thing, but I feel like comparing your talking to my talking, you like blow me out of the water. So
yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I do need to learn to.
Oh my god.
My goodness. This is like the worst it's been. This is the worst night ever in all the years I've been living here.
You should go out there like an angry dad, be like, "You fucking kids,
get off my fucking lawn!"
Come on,
just on the street. Like, what?
Man, I love how we were having such a deep conversation about relationships, and now we're just all like, "Get off my fucking lawn."
Yeah, honestly, I love that. I love that we can do that.
I just hate my girlfriend. I know.
But I think I genuinely do love that.
She hates it that she doesn't let me play games. She doesn't let me browse Reddit. She doesn't let me. You know, one thing. So the other day, me and my girlfriend, we went out to McDonald's to try the Minecraft meal.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, McDonald's was out. And that's fine. Whatever. We just got normal.
You threw your tantrum.
I threw my little fit. You know, my girlfriend had to calm me down. I almost killed the worker. I almost did.
Dude, whenever I got my meal, they didn't offer a toy at first. I marched right back in there. I walked right back in. I said, "Where the hell is my meal?"
Correction.
I am contractually owned.
Jalen walked back in and yelled at them while you sat there behind her.
No. I was at work. I marched back in, uniform and all, and I said, "I need my toy. You owe me a toy." They said, "Sir, this is a Denny's." I was like, "I need my toy."
Is this supposed to go toy with this? Anyways, I asked my girlfriend if she knew any of the Minecraft parodies, and I was like, "Have you ever listened to them before?" She was like, "No." I was like, "What?"
Oh my goodness.
No way. So I was like, "You don't know Don't Mind at Night, you don't know Fallen Kingdom, you don't know Captain Sparkles, you don't know Tobuscus." She's like, "Nope." And I was playing her the songs, and she was like, "This is the most stupidest shit I've ever heard." I was like, "No freaking way."
It goes so hard though.
I was trying to. She's like, "This is embarrassing to listen to." Like, what do you mean, dude? This is classic. This is like.
See, for me, I usually leave it to happen in the moment, because whenever it happens in the moment, Jalen just sees what's happening, and she goes, "This is stupid," and then I explain it to her, and she goes, "Okay," and she just has to accept it, and she understands the emotion and the reaction you're supposed to have, right? Like, "Whoa, like that's so sick," or like, whenever we all started singing "Don't Mind at Night" randomly.
Yeah, at the land
like
party.
that part. Yeah, like that part. I didn't explain to her. She still doesn't have explained to her, but she knows that it's probably Minecraft related or something, and she knows that that's just the reaction you give. You start singing
I
"Don't
used
Mind
to
at Night."
love that fucking song. Don't
It's
mind
so
at
good.
night.
It's
It is so good.
You know,
But yeah, I was showing her that, and she was like, "Yes, that's dumb."
I'm sorry. What's insane to me is I still don't know to charge my headphones because they just died.
Damn. So you can't even hear me right now?
Okay, I'm back on. Continue.
Right. I was like, damn. So you couldn't hear me right now? Which is true. You couldn't hear me.
What happened? Hold on, my audio's gone.
Oh fuck.
Speak.
Hello? Hello? Technical difficulties?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Nice.
Okay, we're back. And action.
We're so bad gamers. Sorry, gamers. Sorry for the technical difficulties.
You're saying "Don't Mind at Night" and stuff. I said that I don't really explain it to her. She just kind of gets the reaction in the moment.
Mm-hmm. This could probably come off as a snide. Or not, I wouldn't say snide. This probably could come off as targeted.
Right.
Which TBH, Loki kind of is.
Oh, Loki.
And if I would talk to this person about it. And we've talked about it. Oh, I don't even know if we should talk about it.
Right.
We'll just give our opinions on it.
Just like an off the books thing, or
we'll give our opinions on it, but not our, you know what I mean? Once I say what it is. So
okay.
You know what a poly relationship is, yeah? Obviously.
Okay. I see where we're at. Okay.
Yes.
Continue.
You know what that is. You know what those are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Knowing what a poly relationship is, and I guess for some people that don't know what it is, it's a relationship where it's not just two people, it's more than two people. 3 people, 4 people, however many people. That's it.
So let's see. Poly.
Yeah. Pull up a definition.
A type of ethical, consensual, non-monogamy where individuals have multiple romantic or sexual relationships at the same time.
Yeah.
All partners are aware of and consent of the arrangement. It emphasizes open communication, honesty, respect, and equality among all partners.
That being said, would you ever see yourself in a poly relationship?
So, no, but specifically, I kind of get slightly hung up on the relationship part. Mm-hmm. Like, I can get if someone now that I'm married, God no, but if I was in a relationship and someone said hey, I kind of like this person and I know you like them, I don't know how you like them, would you be open to talking about it, blah blah blah. I can understand that approach, but I don't think I'd ever be okay with it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I think the thing that bothers me in my head is just the idea of in my head it feels like someone trying to get a fantasy, like a common fantasy is 2 women, right, or more women.
Mm-hmm.
Right, that's just a common fantasy, right? And while it seems nice at first, you wouldn't probably want a relationship with more than 2 women because of so many different relationship complications, right? But I mean, hey, if it works for you, it works for you. But in my head, I'm just kind of like, oh, I don't think I could. Like, I don't think I could. I can understand it, but I don't think I could.
Yeah, I could never see myself being with somebody other than my girlfriend, and like vice versa. Like she could never see herself being with somebody else. And my thing is I can't possibly love somebody else as much as her. And I know poly relationships aren't like all like that. Okay, like some of them, it's just a group of friends that all love each other. Like they're not all like, it's not, I guess, serious as an actual real relationship is, but it's just like, hey, we all like each other, why not? You know what I mean? Yeah. And I guess in that sort of sense, yeah, that's fine. But I mean, if your end goal in life is to find one person to be with, right? Then being in poly relationships probably isn't the smartest thing to do. That's just my opinion. But if that's what you want to do with your life, that's all that matters, right? I'm not trying to yuck your yum or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anyone's ever trying to yuck your yum whenever it comes to relationships.
Like right now, I'm not trying to be hateful. Do whatever we're just you having want a conversation. To. Yeah, do what you want to do to be happy. And if you're happy, you know, living your life that way, more power to you.
Especially because we're clarifying. I think what the audience should know is like everything we talk about, we're talking about with like a grain of salt, right? Like at the end of the day, we're not saying, oh, like I'm a very educated scholarship man that knows everything about everything. We're just two friends giving our 2 cents. We're just having some fun talking.
We're just two stupid guys. That's it.
If anything comes up that you find offensive or anything, just know that we're just having a conversation. The point is not meant to offend anyone or hurt anyone. It's just we're conversating. The point is a conversation.
If something we say hurts or offends you, you need to grow up.
Yeah, I mean that's definitely a fair assessment. I mean, I think we never say anything that'll actually offend someone because oh my gosh, they would need to grow up. But to the people that do get offended, and I hope I don't offend anyone unintentionally. I really don't want to, but you know,
I say that half jokingly. By the way, I say that half jokingly.
I mean, of course. In my head, I just think some people are sensitive, right? Yeah. And if you want to account for those people, you do have to say, I don't mean to, right? I just don't. Okay,
well, some of those people need to, and this sounds harsh, get a grip on life. Right?
They do. But I feel like pure brutality isn't the way, right? Yeah. Like us having a conversation and telling them we're having a conversation is fine. Someone that runs up to you and is like, oh, I'm angry. I'm so angry at you. I hate you. If you respond to that in a calm, rational manner and you say, okay, well, what's upsetting you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. Oh, I understand that point of view. I'll try to stop. Or so on and so forth. Anyone that tries to be like, I'm offended or anything like that, their argument and their emotions immediately they start to dwindle because it's just like, yeah, we can be adults about this and have a conversation. That's my point of view on it. Well, so like us having a conversation,
just don't want to, you know, talk about it. They just want to be like, this offends me, so don't talk about it in general or whatever.
Exactly. And that's where I say, okay, yeah, you need to grow up. Like if I say, I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you, we're just having a conversation, and they still like see it as something that's ending the world, then it's like, okay, yeah, you need to grow up.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but other than that, I'm just kind of like, it's, you know, sorry if you got offended briefly, or like if I need to explain myself to you specifically and I don't know you, so I can't. But you know, that's how life is. Like, I'm sorry.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate.
So I think we both answered the question on the poly thing. Like, I mean, I personally would never do it. I don't see
Do you think
the the joys of it? Like, I mean, I just kind of see it as an excuse to cheat, right? You know what I mean?
I mean,
From a monogamous relationship standpoint, like.
Yeah, like I said, on my point of view, I really do think it's more of a fantasy thing that has become something real.
Normalized?
Yeah, that's become normalized. And I'm like, I think that's supposed to be fantasy. You know what I mean? Like, I compare it to the multiple women thing because it's, really one of the only things I can relate to even a little bit. But, like, even that, it's like, well, in reality, would you want multiple women? Probably not.
No,
Like,
probably not. Hell no.
yeah, like just probably not. Like if I got like offered that
Multiple
by
Jalen's. Like, would you,
yeah.
if you could clone Jalen
Okay.
like 2 times?
See, that's whenever I say it's up to Jalen. Genuinely. But
should she want to be cloned?
would she want to be cloned? Yeah, that's whenever I say that. But like if I wasn't married and I was with some woman and she said I want to add another woman, I don't think I would say yes. I would definitely just be like, look, that's like a fantasy of mine, sure, but I don't want to do that. Like, I want to get married. I want to, like, all that.
I would not really same for me, but I would be like, if my girlfriend or if I was with somebody else and they said, yeah, I kind of want to add somebody else to that, I'd be like, okay, yeah, you can add somebody else, but I'm not gonna be with you anymore.
Yeah.
I'm breaking up with you. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, no, I like with that person I would definitely break up, right? Like I'm just saying like I don't think I'd have like a visceral reaction. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be like, "Oh my god, how dare you offer that? Like I could never." And I would just be like, "Look, that's not for me." Okay? Like
I would feel like betrayed. I'd be like, "Well, I'm in this relationship to like marry you, like to be with you, and you want to be with somebody else other than me." That, that's upsetting.
Yeah. I mean, that's definitely upsetting, Like I agree with you on that standpoint. Like I would leave the relationship and so on. I don't know. I feel like I don't get a visceral reaction.
You don't love me.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. It's just kind of like, oh, that's unfortunate. I guess I'm moving on. like I don't know. It's just not. I guess it doesn't have the same emotional weight to me as someone saying, "I don't like you anymore. Bye." Like
I don't know. Cause like, well, I feel like someone tells you, like, yeah, I think I want to like add another person to a relationship. It's just the reason why they do that is because they're
unsatisfied in one part of your relationship,
of
right?
you, and they're trying to find that in somebody else, which is not okay.
Which isn't, right? Especially if you're wanting something singular, like me and you. So it's just one of those things where it's like, again, it's not for me. I'm sorry. Like that's kind of a deal breaker for me. Like I have to, I think we need to break up, or at the very least have a conversation, and go from there. And but I think a lot of people would kind of jump the gun, like with it being like a fantasy kind of thing, and they'd just be like, yes, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll try it.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And it's just like, sure, whoa, hold on, like genuinely think about this for a moment, please, like be an adult. It's like, okay, would I want to be in a relationship with more than one person? No. And then you look at that person and you say no.
I mean, it doesn't like have to be like romantic type thing either. It could be more of a friendship type of thing, you know what I mean? But still, like, it's just the whole world of poly just confuses me. It really does.
I think it's just a different world at the end of the day. I think that's a good way to phrase it.
I think it's just because I'm a Christian man, right? I can only see men and women together.
Okay.
I'm not homophobic, I promise. Not yet.
Help me.
Help me. You're saying help because you're married to a woman and you want to be married to a man. Why are you putting?
You say that because you want to be married to a man.
Is this gonna be like a little?
Farm.
Okay, yeah. I thought this was like a little. Ooh, look at this little cute archway.
I mean, it is kind of a cute archway, like to the garden.
Yeah, I guess so. True. Yeah. What if we had another farm on the other side?
That'd be cool. We could definitely do that.
I don't know what other farms we can have, but
I
don't have any carrots or anything. Ooh, that's true. Here, let's build it.
I got melons, so I'll do that.
Do you got big melons?
I got big melons. Okay, I got another question. That
what's up?
Kind of stems from the same area. Do you like? A lot of people have different comfortablenesses about talking about their sexualnesses, their sexuality, their things that they like, and
things. Okay.
So on. I personally, I like to talk about that with like only the closest of friends. Like I would only talk about that with you alone, no podcast, right?
Same. I was about to say, if you want to talk about that right now, no. Let me turn the camera off. Okay, then we can talk about it.
I was just saying, like, some people are comfortable with being like, oh yeah, like in public, just like, oh yeah, I got a 9-incher, like that's what I'm rocking with. Me and the girl, we like to do it this style. Like I'm not like that. Like if you're a close friend of mine, I'll talk to you about it maybe if we're alone and it's the right setting, but not just like casually out of nowhere.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't like be like, start talking about it in public.
Yeah. I just know that some people are comfortable like that, like older generations as well. Like they're just like, oh yeah, I met this one girl down in Italy, or like you know. What I mean?
No, no.
You gonna continue the combo?
I'm concentrating on building. I'm concentrating on building, man.
You're good. You're good. I'm just messing with you. But there's definitely a lot of different relationship things that people are comfortable with. Like even just talking about like size, for example, that's another thing that like a lot of guys are uncomfortable with talking about, especially nowadays. And like same thing with like your height. Like that's somehow become a thing where it's like, oh yeah, I need to like reserve my height for other people.
What?
You haven't seen that? Like I've seen memes where it's like, oh, like I'm not gonna tell like a girl my height, and the meme is like they calculate the dude's height from his profile pictures and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, no, I've not seen that.
I mean, it's probably a small niche, but just in general, it's something that goes on.
Do I have any? I don't have any melons on me.
I got the melon.
Okay. Oh wait, do you want to like?
Probably. I need more melon. I mean, what's something else we could talk about? Or I mean, we're kind of there. What are we at? We're at 2 hours. We made it.
It's been 2 hours, I do kind of have to wake up a little early tomorrow. I'm volunteering at like this robotics competition. I'll either be a judge or like a scorekeeper or something. So
nice. That'll be sick.
Yep. It's like for
looking at houses.
Like little. That's like for like middle schoolers or something like that. It's for little kids.
Right, but they're gonna look at you and be like, "God, it's an old man."
Yeah.
Probably born in the 19th century.
That's crazy. They like the 90s was. That's like 30 years ago.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it is pretty crazy that the
Mm-hmm.
90s was so long ago.
The
I think
2000s was
about
20 years ago.
there's something I want to bring up so badly right now, but I can't. I gotta say, I have to save it for the pod,
For our next
like
episode?
like an actual pod up, like
Okay.
like episode 1, the nostalgia and everything. Like
Yeah.
that's what I'm saving it for.
Oh, heck yeah.
But yeah, I think now's a good time to end it, especially for a podcast up or a podcast test app, I should say.
I say this all the time. Every time I play Minecraft with shaders, I'm always reminded of playing this game during COVID.
Yeah.
It's like COVID lockdowns, playing with you guys, not doing my schoolwork. It was kind of epic, not gonna lie.
Yeah, I definitely get it.
It's kind of awesome.
For me,
besides the fact that I was dating
really cool.
an ugly whore, I think it was pretty lit. Other than that,
yeah. I mean, for me,
just got
COVID times was cool because
you made it cool.
I mean, kinda. I just like I said in the last test up, like I didn't really care about it, you know. I just kind of kept chugging, and with that came like y'all just playing games with me, and I was like, heck yeah.
I mean, that's all we could have done.
Yeah, that's all it was. So that's all we did.
That's crazy. That was 5 years ago.
Yeah, that's definitely the crazy part.
We were getting ready to graduate high school.
Yeah.
Just crazy.
And then we did. And now we're in the real world.
We graduated 4 years ago.
4 years.
Yeah. And I'm about to graduate college.
Yeah, there you go. And I'm, at the company, about to finish book number 2 of the comic.
We're all successful in our own little ways, No success is greater than another. As long as you're happy, it's all that really matters.
That's for sure.
Sometimes my girlfriend struggles with feeling successful in her life because all she's ever done was work her whole life. And I tell her that hey, every day you get up, go to work, you get that bag, and you support your family. Not because you have to, it's because you love your family. Because you're just freaking awesome like that. And not a lot of people could do that. And you should be proud of yourself for that.
Yeah. I mean,
and
it's
for you,
definitely
Eli,
something...
you're such an amazing, creative guy. And I said this before on one test episode, but you were ChatGPT before ChatGPT was even a thing. If I need an idea for something and I ask you for something and boom, you'd have it like that.
Yeah.
You're
I guess.
one of the friends that has never done anything wrong to me, Right. Genuinely a chill guy. You could get along with anybody.
I definitely try to be that guy. I definitely it's who I work to be, right? So I'm glad most people give me that not oh, you're such a cool chill guy the same way you did, but they tell me I can get along with people and that I'm nice, and it's who I definitely try to be. So I'm always so thankful about it. But if we're gonna go down this train again, I gotta throw it right back at you and say I look up to you, man. Whenever I think of you, I think of a guy that this actually reminds me of something I've needed to bring up this podcast. The thing I teased to you 3 times, even at the party. But whenever I look at you, I see a dude that does make accomplishments, that is accomplished, that is smart, that knows what he's doing, that can figure something out even if he doesn't know it in the moment. You are a knowledgeable and talented person in my eyes. And part of that, part of why I love you so much and why I think of you as one of my best friends is because you still don't settle. for that. Like, you're not like, oh, I'm like smart. I'm a smart guy. Like, you say that you're super egotistical, but in my head, you were just chill about it. You were just about it. You were him. And I was just like, I need to be better. I need to be able to compete with that. And with that comes the thing I've been teasing, quote unquote. And it's just like, I want to officially, quote unquote, challenge you as of this day and or, Monday, technically, to working out and just self-improvement. Like, I do look at you as a rival, and that is how I view you, and you are my best friend because of that. So that is how I feel about you. I think you are an amazing guy. You're just amazing in more than one way. You're not just like, oh yeah, I'm good at games. It's like, no, you're good at games. You can program. You can do so many different things, and I know it's somewhat cheesy, and it comes from the whole rival aspect. But I know together we can do fucking anything. We could take over this world easily together, and I know we can do that, and I'm ready to do that.
Oh my gosh, world domination.
But I'm also gonna challenge you and say I'm gonna be better. Not in a like masculine, I'm gonna put you down way, just in a rivalry way. And yeah.
Well, thank you.
Of course.
It's 10 years of friendship, man.
Yeah,
11
years.
11.
Going on 11. I think, are we on the 11th? I think.
Yeah, this August.
And yeah, it'll be this August. Man, crazy.
That is crazy. There's an Enderman somewhere.
Yeah, I just heard him. Do you think he's down, or?
I don't know.
But we can definitely call it here.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm getting tired.
It's reaching nighttime. We can
go
to bed. Yeah. Food's not even here. Been podcasting for 2 hours. Yep. But I hope all of you non-listeners liked this podcast episode. We try to keep it raw. We try to keep it real. We want it to be just a normal conversation that you'd have with your buddies at 3 a.m., just like you would anyone else. We're hoping that you can join us and relax, maybe join in on the conversation in your head, of course, and we'll, become your friends over time. But
parasocial relationships.
Yeah, we love parasocial relationships.
Hopefully next episode will be a lot more structured.
I think next episode we need to focus on the structure, and then after that, I bet we can release an actual episode.
Oh yeah.
But anyways, I hope you had a good day and a good night, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye, boy.